On your mark, get set. Let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning. Kevin Durant, you should have left California.
This bronsexual upset me in having to bring this teenage idiot from Wisconsin into a sports conversation. Are you really surprised that the Cowboys are giving up on Ezekiel Elliott?
Whoa. Hell no! Well, no one cares about baseball.
Bitch, are you for real?
I swear that part he puts in gets me every time. Here we go. Wait, which way am I looking? I'm looking this way. I'm looking this way. Hang on a minute. Let me make some adjustment on the video side, and now we are ready to go. Good morning. Welcome to the wacky bronsexual Wednesday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. We are presented by BetUS.com. Hey, sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sports book, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action with live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds, boosters, props, parlays, and fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service. We got it all. And when you sign up and use the code Snowman, you will get a 125% deposit match. Log on to BETUS.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Our text line is open throughout the course of the show. You can text at any time at 502-467-9619. We're working on sharpening that number up. And we got a pretty good crowd in the house already. Well, it's time to get down to business because we got a lot on the docket today. You all know what's coming in hour two, so let's get to it. This is the Whip Around presented by Fanatics. And we start with the Big Ten Media Days in Indianapolis, Indiana, set to commence today, and Northwestern football players are skipping them amidst the hazing scandal, which I feel is going to, and I hate to say this about a school and teams that I have adored since 1995, but the just punishment of a death penalty is coming to Northwestern. I hate saying it, but you can't deny what's happening. Trevon Diggs has agreed to a massive five-year extension with the Dallas Cowboys. Reading from USA Today, he's set to sign a 5-year, $97 million deal per NFL Network. The deal can be worth up to $104 million in incentives. His agreement would be tied for fifth on the average annual value among cornerbacks, putting him alongside Marshawn Lattimore of New Orleans. With Diggs leading the secondary last season, the Cowboys ranked 8th in the NFL in pass defense and led the league with 33 takeaways. Well, all that's going to change. I hate saying it, but I just don't see anything coming for them. Moving along on this edition of the Whip Around, Broncos coach Sean Payton says, "Shame on us," after the latest ban. Out of Englewood, Colorado, Sean Payton insists that the blame doesn't stop with the rash of players banned in recent weeks. The new Denver Broncos coach, along with second-year defensive lineman Ioma Uwazurike, was suspended indefinitely on Monday for betting on games last season. He has a sharp rebuke of the league office for administering a policy that continues to trend toward a black eye for the NFL. It's not trending toward a black eye. It's already created a black eye. All right. It's already created that. It's already creating that black eye. Sean Payton said, quote, "When you have a bunch of players getting D's, you have to start looking at the message." And we've had a lot of D's in our league this year with this policy. Shame on us. And we're going to send them home for a year where they can't be around. The idea that if you just go away, shame on us. Uwazurike won't be eligible to return for at least a year. Should be longer than that, and should they should do a better job, the NFL should, of enforcing the policy that you just shouldn't bet on games while you're playing for the NFL. Period. Their triple play happened last night. The Atlanta Braves may have lost 7-1 to the Boston Red Sox in Fenway Park on Tuesday, but they had one highlight in this game, and that's turning the first triple play of the season. Trailing 2-1 in the bottom of the third, Charlie Morton gave up an infield single to Red Sox outfielder Masaka Yoshida, who advanced to second base following a walk to outfielder Adam Duvall. That, is when the unthinkable happened. Boston first baseman Tristan Cass hit a pop fly to center field that looked like it could drop for a single, but a charging Michael Harris caught the ball for the first out of the inning. He immediately threw to first base to double off Duvall, who was nearly to second base before turning back to tag up for the second out of the inning. Yoshida did tag up and tried to advance to third on the play, but he was thrown out by first baseman Matt Olson for the third out of the inning. And it sounded like this.
Shallow right center, long run, but Michael gets there. Throwing back to first, may have a play. Double him off, and maybe a triple play. It is unbelievable.
8-3-5. And the blunders of the Boston Red Sox continue. Speaking of Boston, Brown has agreed to the richest deal in NBA history with a 5-year, $304 million extension. I spoke of this yesterday on the brief edition of the Brian Snow Show. I thought it was a bad move, but now I'm starting to think it may not be. The only thing that is questioning to me is that they paid Jaylen Brown before they paid Jason Tatum. That was the question I had until I dug deeper and found out that Jason Tatum is under contract until 2024, and now they can give him a supermax to keep them together. They are together for at least for this year, and I believe they're going to be together even longer. Speaking of contract extensions, Justin Herbert, yes, that Justin Herbert has agreed to a 5-year, ready for this number, $262.5 million extension that keeps the franchise quarterback with the Chargers through the 2029 season. The person informed USA Today on the condition of anonymity because they aren't authorized to discuss the deal publicly. Herbert's long-term extension was inevitable after the Chargers exercised his 5th-year option in April. His new contract is the largest ever in Chargers franchise history, and his deal makes him the highest-paid quarterback in NFL history based on an average annual value, and that AAV equals $52.5 million. Okay, now that you got your quarterback in place, put some pieces around him so they can actually win. And that will conclude this morning's Whip Around. Before we go to break, let's take a peek inside the Fanatics feedback zone as Mark Uyeda, I hope I said that right, says good morning. Victor Locke is in the feedback zone as well. The Godfather Dominic Williams joining us. Dominic, remind me of where you are checking in from. Remind us where you were checking in from. Victor Locke says, sadly, it needs to happen. I just don't want it to hurt the students. As much as it pains me to say this, Victor, too late, because you're talking about student athletes. Ginger Ninja is in with us this morning, says, good morning, go Red Legs, i.e. the Cincinnati Reds. Good morning to you. The triple play, in my opinion, is the ultimate sign of excellence for baseball. And in Boston's case, the ultimate sign of a running blunder. The ultimate sign of a running blunder. They're going to pay over $600 million to 2 guys. That's insane money. Yeah, it's insane money, but if you have it, go with it. That's all I got to say. And speaking of a contract extension, there's a certain defensive player of the year that is awaiting a contract extension. And for those of you who think, and I mean those of you who think, and think being the capitalized word in this situation, that he's not going to get his deal, for those of you who think a certain defensive player of the year who is not going to get his deal, Red,
Bitch, please.
he's going to get his deal. And there is nothing that will stop a certain team that I love dearly from executing said deal. Tell you more about it when you all get back. This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson, back in a flash.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
CSTV will air the Big Three, and I'll call the doggone games. Ice Cube, bring your show out west, and we'll handle it. I'm making a public plea right now. You want some fair coverage? CSTV will air your games, all of them, and I'll call as many as I can. We'll do a simulcast, television and radio. It's an area I know best. Television and radio. And yeah, I'm putting it all the way out there. So you know what, Ice Cube? I'll make this plea right now. Me, a small-time YouTuber, a small-time broadcaster, according to a lot of people, which I don't listen to, put your games on CSTV. Put your games on CSTV. Give us a little funding, and we'll do the rest.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is the Brian Snow Show.
Your afternoons just got better with the Brian Snow Show. Weekdays, 4 p.m. Eastern. Come on aboard and enjoy the ride, folks.
This planet has been great to me. It's given me gifts that I can't even explain. It's given me adventures and memories I'll never forget. And Battleborn, I think, has given me the opportunity to go beyond and give something back. How can I be a better custodian to this planet and the place I live? That's where I am with Battleborn. Let's make the planet a better place.
Now, I'm known as the guy who can fix just about anything, but the technology in most appliances requires very special training to fix. And that's why my family has Choice Home Warranty.
Choice Home Warranty covers over 25 major home systems and appliances. That's your AC, heating, plumbing, kitchen and laundry appliances, and so much more.
Call Choice Home Warranty now before something breaks down.
Get protection for your heating, AC, plumbing, kitchen and laundry appliances, and more.
Call 800-973-6121.
'Cause we take this job so serious.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
I just took a look at the slate that Cole sent me, and once again, he put together another masterpiece, especially the second hour. And if you saw the bumper that we came in on, you know what's coming. At Recruiting Giants, our mission is to connect exceptional talent with exceptional companies. We strive to provide innovative and tailored staffing solutions to help organizations build successful teams. By leveraging our expertise and extensive network of industry professionals, we aim to drive growth, foster long-term partnerships, and positively impact the success of both our clients and candidates. We are dedicated to delivering exceptional service, exceeding expectations, and becoming the preferred staffing partner for businesses looking to recruit top talent. There, I got it right. For more information, email Mark Zanetto at info@recruitinggiants.com or call 336-587-3659. That's 336-587-3659. Recruiting Giants, where talent meets opportunity. And I want to thank the man in charge, Mark Zanetto, for being a sponsor of this here program. Now, speaking of program, I looked one segment ahead. I am so sorry. I looked one segment ahead. It's the Battle of the Bay in baseball. Wearing Oakland green and gold and Giants orange and black, thousands of fans from both sides stood together to protest the Athletics' planned move to Las Vegas during San Francisco's 2-1 victory over the Athletics Tuesday night. Mike Yastrzemski hit a go-ahead double in the bottom of the 8th after J.J. Bleday tied it on a single in the top half of the inning against Tyler Rogers. Giants starter Alex Cobb struck out 9 over 6 innings as the Giants took the Bay Bridge series opener to snap. I can't talk this morning. To snap a 6-game losing streak. The game drew a sellout crowd of 40,014 on a night furious A's fans handed out black Cell t-shirts and Unite the Bay posters to their San Francisco counterparts to include Giant supporters in their efforts to keep the team from moving to Las Vegas as planned. Fans for both sides chanted "Sell the team" in the 5th inning as a message to A's owner John Fisher. Then more cheers of "Stay in Oakland" followed. The chants came complete with horns being played from some fans in unison. Well, John Fisher, I hope, did I get the name right? Yes. I hope that gives you the message. Don't go to Vegas. Don't go to Vegas. You're making money. Listen, you may not be making money hand over fist this year, but I think you got enough in the chamber to keep the team in Northern California and keep the rivalry of the A's and the Giants alive. I don't want to see the Oakland Athletics, as sorry as they are this year, become victims the same way the Seattle Supersonics did, the same way the Houston Oilers did, the same way the St. Louis Cardinals did. Gut the team, sell the team, relocate, and you think things will be better. Things are not going to be better in Las Vegas. Just ask the Raiders. I may be a traditionalist and I may be old and I may be old school, but if the A's move to Las Vegas, then the city of Oakland, as well as the A's themselves, are taking a big, fat, massive... John Fisher.
You fool!
Once again, John Fisher.
You fool!
Why are you going to do this to the fans of Oakland? Why are you going to do this to fans that have been fans of the Oakland Athletics for many years? Are you just going to throw the history of the Bash Brothers away? Are you just going to throw the history of Gene Tennis, Raleigh Fingers, Sal Bando, two players of Vita Blue, 2 players that are honored on the A's patch, by the way? You're just going to throw all that away for a chance to make money in Las Vegas. Well, I got news for you, Doc. Have you seen the rendering of your supposed new stadium? And then on the back end of this, Las Vegas caved and decided, okay, we're going to give up the money. Why? Once again, John Fisher, in terms of the Oakland A's, if you move to Vegas, you're taking a massive... Yeah, that's better. I had to adjust my chair. But here's a selection from the Wonder Bread Choir toward John Fisher entitled "You Fool." This is foolish, this is sick, and this is stupid. Hang tight a minute. Oh, wrong side. Okay. Now that we got that situated, this is absolutely stupid because I know you want to make money hand over fist, but have you ever thought about the fact that you could easily find a place in Oakland to build a new stadium? Because the Coliseum is going to ruins, just like FedEx Field in Washington. I get that you need a new stadium. I get that you want a new stadium, but my question is, and always has been, does it have to come at the expense of the taxpayers? Your counterparts across in San Francisco have a stadium that's fully paid for. Whatever money they make for Oracle Park, they keep. Have you ever thought of that? Have you ever thought of that? The fact that your counterparts in San Francisco are so far ahead. Chase Center, Levi Stadium, Santa Clara, you know? Oracle Park. Don't you know their stadiums are already paid for? It's already paid for. They're making money hand over fist, something you'd like to do but can't do because your stadium is dilapidated. Ay, ay, ay. What can you do in this situation? Doggone Mike. Sorry. What can you do in this situation? What should you do in this situation should be the question. Sell the team to someone who wants to keep the Athletics in Oakland. Yeah, that's the first thing you do. And then you walk away with the money in your pocket from the sale and leave the Athletics alone. Leave them alone. Victor Locke chimes in. Is Vegas trying to be the new Oakland? Yes. I don't know what Vegas is trying to be because they're doing all this to set up an NBA team. That's a subject I will tap this afternoon. Sick Diggy joining us from Norway. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to you, sir. Rising Rhino, a big-time fan of the Indianapolis Colts, joining us. Rising Rhino is indeed in the house. And Rhino, I got a bone to pick with you. I mean that kiddingly, but I just felt like saying that. Hasn't the city of Oakland had its name and reputation as a city tarnished? The reason why the Warriors relocated across the bay to San Francisco. Bang! Bang! Oracle Arena was falling apart. The city of Oakland has fallen apart. I haven't seen Oakland since 1993, but I knew it was falling by the wayside then when I went on a trip to Northern California. Excuse me a minute. Okay. I got to get some better studio lights, and I got to have a better command of this camera here in front of me, which I will. I'm working on it. You know we can revitalize the city of Oakland? A new stadium. A new stadium. Fully paid for by the Athletics. Hell, you want to really do this right? You want to really do this right? Bring in some money from not only to lure the Athletics, but as crazy as this sounds, bring some money in to lure the Raiders back home. Bring some money in to lure the Raiders back home. I know they don't want to because of the big giant Death Star that cost them $1 billion. $1 billion. Tell me how the hell are they going to pay for it? Tell me how the hell a Super Bowl is going to help pay for a stadium that's going to keep not only the Raiders, but the city of Las Vegas in debt for years. Have y'all seen that thing? Man, you can get it. Listen, if it were me, I would say I own the Oakland Athletics and I need a new stadium and I'll pay for it. Find me a place. Find me a place where people can come together and we can rebuild the city of Oakland. I bet you people will get behind that because they ain't got to pay for it. They can keep their concentration on what they can keep their concentration on, which is better schools, maybe, better education. But I think that alone will revitalize the city of Oakland and the East Bay. Oracle Arena, as I said, was falling apart. And the Warriors got their pound of flesh, which included 3 championships, and zipped out across the bay to Frisco. Frisco is growing. San Francisco is growing. Don't get it twisted. San Francisco is doing every bit of its part to revitalize Northern California. it's doing its part to revitalize the Silicon Valley and Northern California. Why can't Oakland do the same? Know how much you could get? Listen, you know how much you could bring in with a new stadium, and how much people would love to see it. You'd sell all your season tickets out in a heartbeat. And you can also use part of that to stockpile your talent. Because that's what the fans want to see. They want to see some talent, man. And there hasn't been in Oakland for a couple of years. Just fix this doggone thing. Please. I beg of you. Because I took a look at that. You know what? We're going to do some live research on the air, and y'all are coming along with me for the ride. Because I want to take a look and describe the stadium plans they have for the Las Vegas A's. Which prompts a question, and if anyone is going to be my scribe in the chat, Rising Rhino or Victor or whomever, just throw this down. Throw this in the chat. And I've asked this before last week, and I want to bring it up here. Is this the last year for the A's in Oakland? And Sick, you're right. Oakland needs to renovate their entire infrastructure. They need to push the plunger, blow it up, and put a new infrastructure in and get with the 21st century. There are issues to be sorted out within City Hall. That's where one should start. Absolutely. Get the old fogies out and get some new blood in that actually want to revitalize the city of Oakland. That's how you solve that. See, me saying stuff like this is why I never got into politics, because I speak the truth. Because I speak the truth. And I'm taking a look at this stadium. I'm taking a look at the artist rendering of the new of this proposed ballpark for the Las Vegas A's. It's to be built on the site of the Tropicana Las Vegas in Paradise, Nevada. What? I'm looking at this thing right now. That's why I'm looking over here to my left. This joint sucks. I'm taking a look at the renderings right now, and they have the nerve to keep the color of the Oakland A's. Really? I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this right now and how they have it with the MGM Grand, and you're paying $1 billion, okay, for a stadium that seats. You ready for this? 30,000 people. How the hell are you going to make money? How the hell are you going to make money with a stadium seating only, and I stress the word only, 30,000 people? How the hell do you expect to do that? And then you got this halo on top of this thing. Why? Why? Why is that there? Anybody who has seen the renderings, and I know these are renderings. Yeah, $12 hot dogs and $24 beers. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. That's probably how they're going to recoup their money. You're going to price fans out of that joint before you get them in the joint. I'll say it again. You're going to price fans out of that stadium before you even get them in the stadium. I know the concession prices are going to be ridiculous. Hell, I know they got to be ridiculous all over Major League Baseball, and I really know they got to be ridiculous in the NFL. Lord knows I'm afraid to see the prices of concessions at the Death Star, called Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. You know how many people love baseball? And you're building a stadium that only seats 30,000? 30,000 for $1 billion. That's stupid. Yeah, same thing with the tiny stadium that they used in Vegas for the XFL. Yeah, they took a baseball stadium and converted it into a football stadium that could barely seat 6,000 to 7,000 for a football game. And they already got football and lots of it in Vegas with the Raiders. Have y'all? Yeah, not in this economy. You're right. You're right, Neymar. People would rather watch games at a sports bar or at home if they have the MLB Pass and MLB Network or MLB.TV, which is what I have. Yeah. This is a stupid move. This is a sad move. This is a money grab, and it's going to backfire. Should the A's pull the trigger? And there's word now that the stadium won't even be ready by 2027. Now what? What are you going to do? Play your games on campus at Nevada, Las Vegas? Caramba. If they're going to watch the A's with me, then they're going to make me their radio voice. End of story. If they're going to watch the A's with me, then they're going to make me their radio voice. That's right, I said it. I'm putting it out there. Back in a minute.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
The thing is, until you can erase 3 Februaries, shut up. Bang! Quality over quantity. LeBron has beaten some of the best competition in NBA history. He's the GOAT emoji. I will not cuss. I will not cuss. I will not swear. I will not swear.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is the Brian Snow Show.
Your afternoons just got better with the Brian Snow Show. Weekdays, 4 p.m. Eastern. Come on aboard and enjoy the ride, folks.
Thursday nights are wrestling night on CSTV. Tune in every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Pacific to see all the amazing Next Level Pro Wrestling stars on Thursday Night Throwdown on CSTVNow.com and the CSTV app on your Roku device.
PK Tire Pros, your one-stop on-the-spot auto service headquarters for a complete line of quality tires and auto services. For years, we have provided the Stockton, California area with the latest products and unprecedented services for everything we sell. And for years, our customers have been coming back. Take a look around. If you don't find what you need, visit us in Stockton, California. From the latest and best in tire technology to the services required to keep your vehicle looking good and running great, PK Tire Pros can get you out on the road quickly and at an affordable price. Stop by soon to see why so many people consider PK Tire Pros to be the one-stop shop for all of their tire needs. At PK Tire Pros, our friendly and knowledgeable staff, quick and dependable service professionals, and affordable prices all come together to make driving out on a new set of tires easy. On top of that, we never tire of tires. Stop by and see us, and you'll be glad you did.
because we take this job so serious.
The f*** is that? Sorry, pardon me. My apologies.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
Lord have mercy. The incomparable wise. And that was live. That was live on the air. Welcome back to the Wednesday edition of Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson. 37 after the hour as we dive back into the Fanatics feedback zone. Remember what we talked about? Snowman says, Victor, sports aren't a big gathering point anymore, which is maddening. It sure is. It sure is. It's like I said a moment ago before we went to break. All the fans are being priced out. Dan Levely joining us, said, good morning, peeps. Good morning to you, my friend. Had a great conversation with Dan. I'll replay it later this week. Rising Rhino talking about the cost of MLB.TV. How much cheaper is it to purchase snacks at a store? Insanely cheaper at a store compared to a concession stand. Insanely cheaper. Speaking of cheap, the 49ers are not going to be cheap. Nick Bosa is holding out, waiting on a new extension. The NFL, the reigning NFL Defensive Player of the Year, is not expected to report to San Francisco 49ers training camp while he awaits a new contract extension that could become the new league record for a pass rusher. General Manager John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan said Tuesday they do not expect Bosa to work out during training camp until a new deal is reached. Lynch did express optimism about a Bosa deal, adding that he's been in communication with Bosa's agent, Brian Arialt, throughout the negotiation process. Lynch said, quote, we're working diligently to try to come to an agreement. I think the challenge is you're talking about a real special player. You're talking about one of the better players in the league. At times, it's just finding that sweet spot in the middle where we're at the right spot. We're committed to working towards that. Close quote. Bosa's new deal could potentially range in upwards of $30 million annually, with at least $100 million guaranteed. Bosa, who led the NFL with 18.5 sacks last season and 21 tackles for loss in 2021, won Defensive Rookie of the Year honors in 2019. He is set to make $17.8 million this year if he were to play under his fifth-year option. I don't expect this holdout to either A, happen, or B, last long. I want Nick Bosa in tow going forward. Bosa is the heart and soul of that defense. He's been the heart and soul of that defense since he's been there. I don't expect this to last long. I don't expect this impasse to last long. You're talking about a fellow who was the defensive player who, let me change my sentence. The reigning defensive player of the year who wreaked so much havoc in offensive backfields that before you could blink, number 97 is in your face. You even breathe wrong and he's in your face. And last season, he led the league with 18.5 sacks. I predicted he'd get 20. He'll get 20. I predicted that he would get 20. Came up short on that, but hey. He got 18. That's enough. That's enough. Playmaker's blog, to borrow his voice, another holdout. Hey. But this one won't last long. I don't think this one will last long. Dan Levely says Bosa is the heart and soul of that defense. Don't cheap out on the wrong player. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I think with the extension they have for Nick Bosa in mind, with what they have for the extension for Nick Bosa in mind, This is why 3 years ago they were able to send DeForest Buckner packing, because they have a young talent there now on that side of the line by the name of Javon Kinlaw, and you have a just-in-case player by the name of Javon Hargrave, and I don't want to say he's a just-in-case player because he signed a 4-year, $87 million contract with the 49ers. But they want Bosa in tow. They want Bosa in tow. He's worth every bit of whatever extension he signs. Every bit of it. Since he has been in San Francisco, since he was drafted by the 49ers with the number 2 overall pick, he has been every bit of the man. The only year that he's missed was 2020, and that was due to an injury. Other than that, he's been there, he's been available, and he's been an absolute terror on offenses. An absolute terror. Whatever extension he gets, he has earned and he deserves it. And I hope he makes in excess of $30 million a year. He's earned it. He's absolutely earned it. Micah Parsons, not a chance. And people, although unfairly, want to compare Micah Parsons to Nick Bosa? What? Stop it. I know Victor's going to yell at me, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. Micah Parsons is not even half the player Nick Bosa is. Is he a stud on the Cowboy defense? Yes. Can he do everything that Nick Bosa does? No. I will never, ever, ever in life say that Micah Parsons sucks. Never. He's just not the caliber of Nick Bosa. Period. More to the point, I don't think he will be. I mean, I love you, Micah Parsons, but they got you playing out of position. More to the point, they've had you playing out of position. So don't ever make this foolish comparison of Micah Parsons to Nick Bosa again. Because Micah Parsons ain't all of that in comparison. All right? He's a stud of a player. All right? Don't get twisted. He's a stud of a player. He's just not better than Nick Bosa. And I'll say it again. I hope he gets every bit of his extension. And then some. Now, I know I'm going to spark a war. And I don't care. No hacking this time, Vlog 80. You always hack, Playmaker. No hacking this time. Yeah, right. Now, I will say again, Micah Parsons is a stud on that Cowboy defense. There is no denying that he is an absolute terror. Quentin Williams will soon enter the chat. No, he won't. Listen, Quentin Williams may enter the chat, but right now he ain't. There, that answers that question. This is where I call out, playfully, this is where I call out Victor Locke. Victor Locke, I dare you. I double dare you to get up here. And I can't say that without laughing. If y'all know where I got it, what movie I got it from, then I mean, when I unleash random movie quotes like that, I may have to put a prize behind it. Although I may be giving away prizes a lot, which I may start doing since I got something coming later on this year. Let me get this in. Portions of today's show brought to you in part by SeatGeek. Looking for the best way to experience live events? SeatGeek has you covered. With just a few taps on your phone, you can find the best seats for concerts, sports, theater, and more. Don't miss out on unforgettable moments. Download the SeatGeek app today and get ready for an experience like no other. Each ticket is vetted for authenticity and ranked. I knew I'd blow that. And ranked on a 1 to 10 scale. And right now, if you use the code Snowman Multimedia, note the change, you will get $20 off of your first purchase. That's only through the power of SeatGeek, where fans can fan. You got my Irish up, Snowman. Quinnen's gonna enter the chat. Y'all gonna know this season. Ryan McCoffey, I love you, but no. Just plain no. Just plain no. I hate saying it the way that I'm saying it, but no. I don't trust Quinnen Williams to stay healthy. Now, I'm going to wait for Mr. McCoffey to put up his fists. And I'm going to say, Victor, I dare you. I double dare you to come up. Oh, he's here. Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you. Hello, Victor.
Yeehaw! How's it going, Snowman?
I'm going to say something that's going to tick off a Cowboy fan who's currently on the line with me. Victor joining us on the Invader Coffee guest line. But I just don't trust Micah Parsons.
I don't see how you can't. Micah Parsons was the soul of that Cowboy defense. A defense that you and I have both agreed is championship ready.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't you sit here and lie. We can go through receipts if you want.
I dare you to produce them.
Right after the divisional round, you said that the defense of the Dallas Cowboys is championship ready.
I did say that. I did say that.
Now,
and I'll stick to that.
Now,
the offense, however,
well, look, we know the issues with the offense. Okay, we have a mental midget under center. We had a dancing clown who believed that the star running back should be the center.
No
comment. We don't have to go to these anymore. And our receiving core is getting older by the second.
Are you daring me?
No, I'm not daring you.
Why aren't you?
Because we're going to get hit by a train soon, so I'm trying not to take us off the rails.
And I know it's coming. We're going to get hit. How do you call it? We're going to get hit by a comedic uppercut.
A comedic uppercut.
Experiencing technical difficulties, please stand by. The host needs to collect himself for a moment or two. Please stand by. The host simply can't believe how people can be such dolts and idiots. Please stand by. We now return you to your regularly scheduled programming, already in progress.
Good morning, Cole Johnson.
Good morning, Victor Locke. Good morning, Brian Snow. Good morning, Finance Feedback Zone. Good morning,
Me? You know what? I called.
Don't you even start with me, Cole Johnson.
Excuse
the man
me,
in charge of Cole Sports. With a C.
Called it.
Wait. Victor predicted it was coming, and then all of a sudden, I see the no signal, and we get hit with another
tiger uppercut
from him.
Yeah.
And you know what? This is how I try to pay Cole back, knowing I can't.
You fool!
I can't pay him back for that. Yes, I know Victor produced a receipt of something I actually did say about the Cowboys' defense being studs and Micah Parsons being the leader of that defense. But I look, let me just lay this all the way out here. I kind of baited Cole into, I baited Victor into coming up here because I was kind of messing with him.
Okay, yeah, I do see Cowboys, but I don't see Micah Parsons or a defense mentioned. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Are you going to hit us with the train again?
I should have.
Listen, I stuck to task, okay? Victor started this.
That's for this morning. This.
What?
Here it comes. Here it comes.
It's for yesterday afternoon.
Oh.
Mr. Johnson.
Wow.
I say this with a smile on my face and a song in my heart from Pops, because I know you've heard my next sentence from your dad.
Mm-hmm.
I had to do.
I'm sure you had a lot of stuff to do. I'm positive you did. I mean,
Snowman.
I come up with this slate.
The following is a public service announcement from Wise El Jefe.
Boston.
This has been a public service announcement from Wise El Jefe.
Listen, I apologize.
to the brain of the person who is.
I apologized 100,000 times over. Apparently, I had to put a 1 behind it and make it 100,001.
Yeah.
Because, well, Cole is my EP, and I have to obey what he does. But yesterday, I couldn't help it. Yesterday, I had. Do you want to see the tracks I put around this house?
Oh, right.
Listen,
Go ahead.
I mean this very playfully. As Jody's off the rest of the week, I can mess with her. She came home and I got yelled at.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, look, I understand. Look, I'm married. I understand. Sometimes you get a chance to have free reign and do things, and then when your missus says something, everything else has to shut down in lieu of making your better half happy.
Oh my gosh! Oh my god!
I get that. As Martin would say, we here. I get that.
Hey, salute to you on that one, okay?
It's just I was like, I put all my time and energy into these.
And you say that with a listen. You're about to say your next set of sentences with a 2-foot smile in your face. Shut up.
I do it with the sincere care of the talent and
the sincere care. A selection from the Wonder Bread Choir entitled "You Trippin'." Now we're even.
And then I look up yesterday afternoon, and then we get hit with the random musings of Vicola.
And your complaint is,
Lord have mercy.
And your complaint is,
it was like Bronny James went to the hospital, and yes, prayers to Bronny.
And I spoke of that. I spoke of all of that.
You did. I'm not getting on you for that.
I just couldn't stay on task for a second hour because, like I said, I had things to do over here.
But it was funny though. You were so professional. I'm actually saying this out of admiration. You were so professional. You're like, prayers to LeBron, prayers to Savannah, prayers to Bronny. Obviously, we hope you get healthy.
Yes.
And thank you, Victor, for your comments too. Because I agree with you as well.
And I mean every single word of that. Cardiac arrest is nothing to play with.
I know you do. So I hear that, and then all of a sudden it's like, all right, well then we're going to take a left turn, and for here we're going to introduce the random musings of Vicola.
Just a minute.
Really?
It wasn't
that hard of a left turn?
It wasn't a left turn. It was a very hard left turn.
Very hard left turn. Absolutely. And basically, it was.
And if you listened, you understood why I did it.
And basically, all it was another war between a 49ers fan and a Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
You fool! Listen.
So when later when I saw the show, I saw the last play.
You do have to check in and check out the shows. I know.
It's like,
I know.
And as you said, Victor, on cue, last play of the Cowboys vs. 49ers divisional round of this past January, when we see Ezekiel Elliott for the 1 millionth time getting pushed over by Dre Greenlaw. I'm like,
15 seconds. 15 seconds.
This Victor, this is why I really feel for you. I don't know how you can be a Cowboys fan knowing you got these idiots that literally 15, I'll give them 30 seconds after seeing that particular play. You hear them say, we're going to Super Bowl, right? We're going to get them next year, right?
They started into that.
I feel for you guys because I'm like, oh my gosh, you mean to tell me in order to be a fan of this team, you got to be that moronic and that devoid of intelligence?
I mean,
so when they say, we're going to the Super Bowl, right? My response is the following:
Why the you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my gosh, stop lying. Oh.
Here's the thing: I had a stopwatch. I had a stopwatch. That's why I said
you didn't,
15
Victor.
seconds. I had
Yes,
a
he did.
stopwatch.
Yes, he did.
On
Victor.
my phone.
Yes, he did.
Oh,
yes, he
Lord,
did.
No.
And I literally pressed it right after the game ended.
15 seconds after the game was over, you heard a "we going to the Super Bowl" comment.
15 and 25 nanoseconds.
Oh my gosh!
Was when the first one of those came up.
I got one even better. You know who pushed the stopwatch here?
Who?
Take a guess. And I'll give you
Jody?
a hint. It wasn't me.
Jody?
Yep.
It's maddening.
Listen,
hey,
we always have to deal with the moronic republic of Cowboy Nation. Everybody has to.
Which I believe that they have a citizenship test. There's a citizenship test
for
being a member of the moronic republic.
It's ridiculous, man.
Okay.
Wow.
So before,
I
can't believe I'm all right. We're going to dive into this rabbit hole really quick. What is on this citizenship test to be a member of the moronic republic of Cowboy Nation? And while you're answering that question, there's a couple clips I'm going to get ready. Go ahead, sir.
So first and foremost, there's a vision test. Basically, the vision test is, can you see the game in front of you? If the answer is no, you go on to the next round.
Which for most Cowboys fan, that would be a no.
Yeah.
Yes.
The other thing is, do you understand the rule book of the NFL or basic rules of football? No. You go on to the next round.
Okay. You know what I'm seeing, Victor? You know what I'm seeing when you do those first two questions? You know that Cole found something. He found something.
No.
I don't know what. He found some. Oh, Lord. Now this makes me afraid for the second hour.
Here's another
this
one.
Totally makes me afraid for the second hour.
Here's another one.
Oh, no.
What is more important, championships or Jarrell's next interview? If the answer is Jarrell's next interview, you become a citizen. The thing is, the three conditions of being a member of the moronic republic of Cowboys Nation is: 1, you are blind to what you are seeing in front of you.
Yes.
2, you blindly support the team no matter what stupid things they do.
Uh-huh.
And number 3, everyone is against you because you're so good at playing football, despite everything showing you the contrary.
Dear. Oh, dear.
I mean, you've seen a Snowman.
Yes, I have. I have.
This is my aggravation with other Cowboys fans.
Your aggravation. Well, I'm not a Cowboy fan, but I can empathize solely where you are coming from, sir. I've done so for a while.
And the really crazy part is that
Look at Playmaker. Look at what Playmaker said. I gotta put this comment up. Time to go. Cole is in mad scientist mood. Oh dear. If he jumps off like that immediately, he's cooking. He's cooking.
Yeah. Yeah. It is.
That frightens me.
I don't get it. I don't get it. And
I don't want to get it.
I'm pretty sure everyone has had that group of your fan base that just makes you shake your head. I'm pretty sure everyone has had that group of fans.
As much as I like to bring up the catch from 82 or Steve Young beating the Cowboys in 94, I'm not blind
Right.
I go off of what I see. I don't reference Colin Cowherd often, but I'll do it here. I go off what my eyes tell me.
That's
because
what all of us do.
Because unlike some people that I know that I'm going to eviscerate in the next hour, given what I just clicked on.
Oh, no. I was wondering if we were going to touch on that, considering what happened yesterday. But then again, it's not dealing with him. It's dealing with them.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
And again, we head into hour 2 off the frickin' rails.
Yeah.
With Victor and with Cole and the Fanatics feedback zone, Snowman is back in 4.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Where did the time go? I don't know how I got here.
You've done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
If you talk, they will hear you.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how. And we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. Not just one time, but every chance we get. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids not only need to know the dangers and how to avoid them, they need to hear it often from you. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids and guide them through the challenges of growing up safe and healthy. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
So talk, they hear you. You can do it if you try.
He was only 58 years old when he passed away. That outcome could have been different.
Colorado happens to be one of the worst states for radon levels.
It's in our ground, and it seeps up.
The more you breathe radon, the more chance you have of DNA being hit and the cell mutated. The EPA estimates 22,000 lung cancer deaths a year caused by radon.
We all make choices. When it comes to alcohol, kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, have a seat for a second. Remind me about that party again?
Alex is just...
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. They want guidance and honest answers to their questions. And it makes a difference when the message is consistent and part of everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Time for hour 2 of this spectacular. Ryan McCoffey now joins us this morning.
That's what you need to do to beat Josh Allen. You need to make him uncomfortable.
Hour 2, time for some Spivey notes. And here's Jag.
Well, I know he's only in his 3rd year, but they're just wasting Justin Herbert.
Hour 2,
the hardest working content creator I know, the playmaker.
Hey, LeBron James, the greatest scorer of all time. Hey.
Hour 2, the one, the only Christopher Dietz.
They rewarded Ohio State for not playing, and they punished USC for playing.
Hour 2,
Sam Shady.
Oh, man. It's been a roller coaster ride if you were a Philadelphia Stars fan.
Hour 2, that's Big Ben, the man in charge of the BS3 network.
And if I see Kurt
2 Chainz cousins.
Hour 2, Chris Bay's joining us.
Oh my God! Oh, this game! Oh, way to go, Sammy!
Hour 2 was El Jefe.
Oh man, I thought I missed it.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Time for hour 2 of this spectacular, and it starts right now. $11:06, 6 minutes after the hour. This is hour 2 of Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson, Victor Lock and Toe. We're presented by Fanatics. Looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics today and shop a wide selection of unofficially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams. From jerseys to hats, accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics now and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics, officially licensed everything. I want to welcome those of you listening on WIRU-DB in my hometown of Chicago. Welcome to those of you, let me pull this note out, listening on KSHP AM 1400 and FM 107.1 in Las Vegas, and to those of you listening on WLEO 26.7 in Baltimore, Maryland, as well as WQEE 99.1 in Atlanta. And a welcome to those of you watching via CSTV based out of Reno, Nevada and all points west, and to BS3 TV in all points south and southwest. Whew. Now that I got that out of the way.
Nice job.
Don't ask me how I did that without a read. Because you know I love writing stuff down that I have to read on the air.
I do.
The Fanatics read I got via Chat GPT.
Okay.
The rest of it, I did off the cuff.
Still good.
Yeah, but I got to quit that, though. I'm 51 now. I got to quit that.
Just means you're getting better with age.
Yeah, no. Thank you for that transition. Dear God, I sound like urinating tree. Dear God.
Oh, now what?
This moment of bronze sexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. When you start talking like an idiotic bronze sexual, Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call 1-800-UK. LJPN, now approve all this.
I love you for texting that ad to me. You had me read it to you while I was driving.
Hey,
look, and folks, when Victor texted me that ad, he said, "Read this." I went, read what? And then he sent me that ad right there, that Cole visualized and voiced. I can say this aloud because Victor is one of my best friends. I love you, Victor. But you for that ad.
Hey, if I get texted something stupid, like what I heard.
I know. Dear God, I know. You should have seen some of the texts I was getting in North Carolina.
Oh, my God.
From these same kind of people. Speaking of these people.
I get to sit in for this one. Nice.
Yes. You're riding shotgun and ain't a damn thing you can do about it.
Oh, I'm not going nowhere.
You better not. I need you for this one. Because, yes, LeBron, it is you. It has always been you. It always will be you.
Forever and ever.
Amen. Dear God. Here we go.
This Bronze Sexual Confession is brought to you by Bron Joy Juice. Bron Joy Juice. The ultimate joy juice of bronze sexuals worldwide. Made with 100% organic seal milk.
This is one of the few times I will be reluctant in saying, on your mark, get set, go.
In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned,
there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight, for the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronzexual Confessions.
Gosh, I love to my man Sick Diggy. Fit like appears thanks to Bum Leg Orthopedics. Oh my leg, oh my leg, oh my leg. Also, Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson goes off the rails courtesy of Clearwater Laxatives. When things get muddy,
Clearwater is your buddy.
And
things are about to get muddy real quick.
And Yuckmouth Dental Insurance, either keep it minty fresh or keep it shut. Which we wish a lot of Bronzexuals would do.
You just took the words out of my mouth. And the thought out of my head.
All right. I can't do it as well as Cole does, but
no. I am looking on this monitor to my left. Now, mind you, Cole put this slate together and I've stayed on task. And then I clicked this.
Oh boy.
Which has a picture of you-know-who in a Cavaliers jersey.
For what?
I have no idea.
Is it a throwback?
I don't know.
Oh boy.
The picture.
Okay.
First of all, let me call out the. Give me this button. First of all, let me call out the soul who wrote this. Paris Andriadis has a picture with you-know-who and the following following caption. LeBron is the most clutch player in NBA history.
Does that man work at Lids? Because that's a whole lot of cap. That's a lot of cap. He must work at Lids or something.
Thank you, Victor. Now I get to push this button.
Stop the cap.
There's a whole list of things. I don't want to call these statistics.
Oh, boy.
I'll start at the top. And Victor, this goes into your category that you created back in 2003.
Okay.
About frivolous statistics.
Yes.
You told me way back then, after you saw LeBron James walk off the floor like a coward.
Yes.
Against the Atlanta Hawks.
That's rule number one when it comes to being a clutch player. You don't walk off the court.
Okay.
You keep playing.
Then I'm going to tell you and the rest of the logical NBA fans, brace yourselves.
All right.
The first frivolous stat: most game winners in final second of a playoff game. And highest field goal percentage among players with more than one attempt.
What does that even mean, though? That means nothing.
There's more.
Oh, my God.
Most game tying / go ahead field goals in the final minute of a playoff game. And highest field goal percentage among players with at least 25 attempts. That stat, I can tell you, is a freaking lie.
Again, it means nothing. He has the most game-winning shots in a playoff game, and yet he's what now, 4-11 in terms of finals appearance? No, still 4-10. Still 4-10.
You ready for this next one? There are 8 of these, and I'm only going to read 4.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Okay, I just did the first 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 8. Okay. Here's the next one.
Okay.
And I'm telling you to brace yourself.
I'm braced.
Clutchest individual performance ever. 25 straight points in the fourth quarter and overtime. 29 of the Cavs' last 30, including the game winner. See, they had to yank out a performance from 2007
2007?
To validate this.
2007.
Yeah. Game 5, 2007 East Finals against the Detroit Pistons.
2007.
Yeah.
Snowman.
Oh, yeah.
What did that series result in?
Cleveland getting swept in the finals.
So they didn't win, right?
Nope, they didn't win at all.
So they lost, right?
Yes.
So they received
the finals. I'm going there for you. They may have won the East Finals because of this, but in the finals they took a big fat sweeping.
I thought so. This is
I'll step off track for a moment. Who actually believes LeBron is the most clutch player of all time? I had to give you that one. Now, I'm going to read one more.
Okay.
And then I'm going to stop. NBA's highest. No. I'll read 2 of these.
Okay.
Greatest clutch defensive play in history. The rejection. Of course, we're talking about 2016. I don't have to go any further.
Oh, boy.
That is not the greatest clutch defensive play in history. Shut up.
It's been done to death.
And then the NBA's highest scoring career average in game 7s and elimination games. I don't need to say anymore because Michael in the finals was not even in an elimination game. He was in a clinching game, you stupid.
Yeah.
Jesus. And he got bodied up by J.J. Barea.
Yeah.
Who is this stupid? Listen, Paris Andriatis. I'm not going to focus that much on LeBron today because his son is going through hell right now and he needs his father. And I said yesterday that LeBron's a fabulous athlete. I just judge him by what he does on the floor. Okay? I won't even waste my time debunking every statement here. Paris Andriatis, you are stupid. You fool! And you need to take the member out of your mouth once and for all. Will you please? Matter of fact, Dwayne.
You know your damn role and shut your damn mouth.
Get the hell out of my face, you thirsty hooker whore.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of the Bronzexual Confessions.
Clutch player.
I just don't get it. My question is, which one is worse, the Bronzexuals or the Moronic Republic? Because I say it's a tie, but
I say I'm going to a break. I'll be back.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
The thing is, until you can erase 3 Februaries, shut up. Bang! Quality over quantity. LeBron has beaten some of the best competition in NBA history. He's the GOAT emoji. I will not cuss. I will not cuss. I will not swear. I will not swear.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is the Brian Snow Show.
Your afternoons just got better with the Brian Snow Show. Weekdays, 4 p.m. Eastern. Come on aboard and enjoy the ride, folks.
Thursday nights are wrestling night on CSTV. Tune in every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Pacific to see all the amazing Next Level Pro Wrestling stars on Thursday Night Throwdown on CSTVNow.com and the CSTV app on your Roku device.
PK Tire Pro is your one-stop on-the-spot auto service headquarters for a complete line of quality tires and auto services. For years, we have provided the Stockton, California area with the latest products and unprecedented services for everything we sell. And for years, our customers have been coming back. Take a look around. If you don't find what you need, visit us in Stockton, California. From the latest and best in tire technology to the services required to keep your vehicle looking good and running great, PK Tire Pros can get you out on the road quickly and at an affordable price. Stop by soon to see why so many people consider PK Tire Pros to be the one-stop shop for all of their tire needs. At PK Tire Pros, our friendly and knowledgeable staff, quick and dependable service professionals, and affordable prices all come together to make driving out on a new set of tires easy. On top of that, we never tire of tires. Stop by and see us, and you'll be glad you did.
Cause we take this job so serious.
The f*** is that? Sorry, pardon me. My apologies.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
Indeed it is. And it's presented by Invader Coffee. Ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions. I messed up again. The blend that pushes boundaries. Speaking of which, we have someone pushing our boundaries, but I'll get to him in a minute. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring doggone it, uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code Snowman for 15% off of your first order. Thank you to Ryan McCoffey for getting me hooked on Invader Coffee. I have the Mexican chocolate blend here in front of me, and I got Cole Johnson to my right. Now,
You
he
know,
gave me 2 gems. Cole gave me 2 gems remaining on the schedule.
okay.
I'm going to do something you've known me to do, Victor.
And that is
I'm going to put them together.
okay. I will say this. After what you said earlier in that confession, Wise echoed my sentiment immediately.
And that is?
What you put in as a bumper. Wise echoed my sentiment.
Oh, yes. Yes. Cole, play that particular bumper, if you would, please, kind sir. The Wise special. You're kind of muted, dude.
Yeah, you might be muted, Cole.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Vic. So
Wait.
So
you got a new mic.
Actually, I've had this for about a month or so. Yeah.
You got a new mic.
Mm-hmm.
You rat. No, I'm kidding. What's the brand of that?
Audio Technica.
Nice.
I got about 3 of them, and I love all of them. And
The Audio Technica Army.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do.
Would you please play that Wise El Jefe brilliant bumper, please? That's a very important question.
So, what you're saying to me, Victor, is that when you heard, let me do it this way. When you heard the ridiculousness of, quote, LeBron James is the most clutch player in NBA history, close quote.
Yes.
This is what you wanted to say? 'Cause we take this job so serious.
The f is that? Sorry, pardon me. My apologies.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
Yes.
Yes.
Because
yes.
Here's the problem.
Okay.
Every stat that this gentleman brought up, the end result was the same.
A big fat spanktacular.
Oh gosh.
Exactly.
I just realized I mispronounced that.
It reminded me of Nick Wrong when he was on with Chris Broussard.
Not Nick Wrong.
He said LeBron James had the single greatest Game 1 NBA Finals performance in 20.
Why the you lying? Why you always lying?
Yeah. And he said in 2018, I said, wait. I had to check. 2018, didn't the Lakers get swept?
2018. No, it wasn't the Lakers. It was the Cavs. But
the Cavs.
Yes, it's 2018.
It was the Cleveland Cadavers.
LeBron scored 51 points in Game 1, 49 of them in regulation.
Yes.
But that game ended in a 10-point
and Braun got outscored 17-7 in that extra period.
So my question, so that's what I'm like, how do these individuals, how do they do this?
Oh, and for those who are unaware as to that game, that particular game, Game 1, 2008 NBA Finals, yeah, you remember the hideous suit that LeBron had everyone wear,
that hideous beast of a suit.
Yeah, where everybody had to wear shorts with the suit.
Oh,
yes,
boy.
And everything seemed to be ridiculously schoolboyish there. And then when LeBron was sick in the post game press conference of fielding another question, just like a hot mama, he got up, he grabbed his attaché case, and he sashayed his behind out of the press room.
That attaché case. Cole and I talked about this on the air.
Of course he did. It's
And
just
I asked it, and Cole and I talked about this after it happened. I was living in Dayton, Ohio at the time, and I went on the next day, and I was at Panera in Dayton. Cole and I talked about this, and we talked about that very attaché case. And I asked you know where I'm going, Cole, because you know what I asked that day. I'm going to ask it again. I asked a very poignant question about that attaché case. In the immortal words of George Carlin, didn't that look a little fruity to you?
Here's the problem.
Those
like
exact words you asked.
I'm gonna try.
Wait a minute. Didn't that case look a little fruity to you, or is it just me?
Just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. But
I don't think it's just you in that regard, sir.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna jump too hard on LeBron because what he's dealing with.
Yeah.
It's just everything that he did, particularly in the early parts of his career. It just seems so high schoolish. Like, for instance,
like you would think he would. Cole brought this up. You would think he would have taken that next step after 2008.
Well, I mean, in 2010, 2011, the 2011, 2010 year when he decided to take his talents to South Beach.
Good Lord.
He threw, and I kid you not, this was a high school pep rally.
He did.
Yeah.
With these.
Yeah.
He did.
Mid-July of that year, yes.
I'm like, is this a pep rally?
Not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7.
He said, "Not that.
I'm not playing neither." I'm like, Lord have mercy. Nick.
He was absolutely playing.
I said a few very, very inappropriate words after I heard that speech.
Oh, I was
will
there
not
for
repeat
them, Snowman.
I know you were. I said them to anybody within earshot. I said them to anybody within earshot, and I remember where I was.
Fine.
It's a satchel. Indiana Jones.
Fine,
that ain't a
Ryan.
satchel.
No.
Listen,
I'll play with it.
No.
I'll play with it. Yes, it's a satchel. He still sashayed his sweet behind out of there with a satchel.
I'll repeat my question. And this is the exact question I asked Cole. This is the exact question I asked the live audience at Panera who watched the game, even the ones who were Cavalier fans but knew their stuff about basketball. Didn't that look a little fruity to you?
Yeah.
Dude was having a hot girl summer.
And then some. And then some.
Does that
34 after the hour. And now I said I was going to combine the last 2 points, but Reggie Miller said prime Larry Bird was greater than prime LeBron James. So we don't have to touch that one. What I am going to do is touch this one. Now, folks, I'm reading from my wonderful executive producer's notes here, who told me to have fun with this one.
I love bronsexuals. I love bronsexuals.
He said his exact note to me in this final note, we're gonna blow to smithereens. Cole said, quote, "Have fun with this one as it came from a bronsexual." Well, with that in mind, I'll set the stage. We are going back to June 14th, 1998. The scene of the crime, the Delta Center, Salt Lake City, Utah.
Yep, I know.
You know what happened. You know what happened with that final shot.
Oh yeah.
I was at Six Flags Great America that night, watching the game with about, 6,000 other people. And by the time I got home to my wife at the time, and we saw the miraculous winning shot, you would thought there was 6,000 people in downtown Chicago watching this. Wait, I take that back. There was.
There was.
There was. In all the bar on Victor Roosevelt Drive. Roosevelt Drive.
Oh, Roosevelt Road. Yeah.
Roosevelt Road between State and Michigan.
Yep.
And okay. I am going to play this clip aloud Actually, let me see if I could. Let me see if I can do one better. Yeah, June 14th, 1998. The scene of the crime is the Delta Center in Salt Lake City, Utah. You know what happened. Y'all know what happened.
Yes, indeed.
Points 44 and 45, which gave the Chicago Bulls their 6th NBA championship.
Right.
Well, somebody was a little angry.
Yes.
Let me change my tense. Somebody is a little angry.
Now?
Yes. 25 years later. Yes.
Take a listen to this.
Game 6 of the 1998 finals is infamous for more than just a controversial no call from Michael Jordan pushing off of Brian Russell. There were 2 other missed calls that potentially cost the Jazz the game. In the first half, Howard Isley shot a 3 right before time expired on the shot clock, but one of the refs waved it off. Even after reviewing the shot, the Jazz were not given the 3 points, though it clearly had left his hands in time. Later in the second half, Ron Harper took a shot after time had expired, but the refs never even reviewed it and gave the points to the Bulls, even though it was definitely a shot clock violation, now resulting in a 5-point swing in favor of the Bulls. The Jazz would lose by only 1 point after Michael Jordan would take his final shot as a Bull. But who was the ref missing all of these championship deciding calls? The notorious Dick Bavetta. Sacramento Kings fans know his name by heart. He was one of the referees of the controversial Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals in 2002 against the Lakers, where the referees were accused of game fixing. Bavetta was later investigated by the FBI in 2008 for manipulating games. So what do you think? Was the NBA fixing games?
Byron.
Push the button.
Before I do.
No.
Byron Russell. Brian.
No, it's actually Brian Russell, just spelled with an O.
Oh, okay.
It's actually Brian Russell. Now, push that button.
This Brown Sexual Confession is brought to you by Braun Joy Juice. Braun Joy Juice. The ultimate joy juice of Braun sexuals worldwide. Made with 100% organic seal milk.
In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned, there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight, for the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronzexual Confessions.
I can't understand why that person is still mad. I really can't. It's 25 years later.
So in this conversation with a stupid bronzexual.
What you mean?
And I mean, shut up.
Beautifully timed, Victor.
Thank you, Victor. And I mean a very stupid bronzexual. You know what? I'm going to say something I haven't said in a while. Give me this camera.
Oh, no.
When this Negro says, give me the camera.
You're darn right. I said, give me this camera. You stupid bronzexual, you stupid jazz bronzexual fan. Do you not let go of Let me change my question.
Oh, I can answer that right now.
I already. Thank you. As bad as this is going to produce in terms of visuals for people, I've got to say it, and I got to say it real. Take the joystick out of your mouth. But we know that ain't going to happen. And I got about 700 reasons in my head right now why that's not going to happen. So you are so distraught.
Still.
To this day,
25
a game
years
that
later.
happened 25 years ago that you're going to now create a reel that blames Dick Bavetta?
What?
That blames a referee?
What?
In an era that had no replay?
What?
In an era that officials made the call with their eyes?
What?
where officials made the call with their eyes.
What?
Where officials made calls with their gut instinct.
Bitch, please.
She might be a card-carrying member of the Monarch Republic, too.
Card-carrying member? She's got the platinum card with joy juice all over it.
Oh, Lord.
Thank you.
I just don't understand.
My next three words are the following. Get over it.
You don't understand what, Victor?
I just don't understand it.
I don't think any of us do.
Anger from that long ago.
Steel.
Do you not have anything better to do with your life?
Don't you ask that question aloud, because the humorous responses within my head are running rampant.
I'm just saying it.
Steel.
I put that to bed when I was 25. I'm like, okay.
Yep.
Whatever calls were made or missed, it doesn't matter.
It really doesn't.
Once again, in an era where the referees actually use their eyes and not the doggone video board.
And it's not as if, let's be real and let's be honest. It is, and I say this with all the respect in the world for John Stockton.
Yes.
It's not like the Jazz were all choir boys.
Right.
No. Nobody was.
Thank you.
Nobody was.
I can't think of any player back then who was.
You had an army of demons in the Jazz.
Let me put it this way. The top two defensive teams in the NBA for two consecutive years faced off in the finals.
Yes. They're supposed
the home
to.
court advantage in 97 was in Chicago, and in 98 it was in Salt Lake City.
And here's the thing. It was a wide-known fact that in those times during the finals, the refs would loosen up on the whistles.
Yeah.
Well, they wanted the players they wanted the players to decide it.
Yeah. They loosened it up in the playoffs, and they loosened it up even harder in the finals. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was wide known they wanted to have the players decide the outcomes of those games.
Yes.
Bingo.
So
they wanted the players
now?
to decide. They wanted the players to decide the game, and here we have a Karen that has not a blank thing to do.
All right. So I'm with two Bulls fans.
Mm-hmm.
I will rewind in that same year back a series. Game 4, Market Square Arena, Eastern Conference Finals.
Memorial
This was
Day.
a home team against the Bulls. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the Bulls had a 2-point lead at the time.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And the Pacers inbounded the ball.
I think Bulls led by 1.
Oh, Bulls led by 1.
Bulls led by 1. 94,
93.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Pacers inbound the ball. Everybody and their mama knew that ball was going to Reggie Miller.
Mm-hmm.
And so he performed his vintage curl.
Yep.
Where he ran his defender through 2 screens. And so trailing him was Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
And so Jordan did a good job fighting through the screens.
Yeah.
Miller pushed off visibly on Jordan before he made his circle at the 3-point line to get to the ball. He got the ball, took the 3, swish.
Yeah.
No call. Guess what Michael Jordan wasn't doing?
Complaining. Exactly. Because
what could you do then?
He called timeout.
They called timeout.
He rallied his. He didn't complain. He called timeout, rallied his team to the bench, and damn near won it.
Because he's a warrior. And
because
this is what
he's
you
a
don't...
competitor. Because he's something that Cole. Say it.
What? Oh,
which 2 words?
He's a man.
No.
Oh, not that one. Oh, okay.
No, not that one. I'm looking for 2 certain words that you put in a beautiful commercial that I played earlier.
Oh, let me see. Let me see. I'm trying to think of that commercial. No, not Stupid University.
No,
not Whole Facts.
No. Though that could have been used.
Oh, you mean Yo Kang?
That one. That one.
Because he's a
Michael
warrior.
Michael Jordan is every bit a competitor that LeBron ain't.
He's a warrior.
What people don't realize about LeBron is that they changed the rules over the course of 20 years for him, and he still hasn't taken advantage of them.
Here's the thing. Michael Jordan wasn't known to really get mad if he missed a call. I'm pretty sure there were some that annoyed him, but he was whatever.
He complained at some, but not a whole lot. Yes,
yeah,
he did, but not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot of them.
And he's like, "Look, all right, you got me. Guess what? Circle the date. Next time, I got y'all.
I'm gonna get you. Yeah, I'm gonna get you in return. Right.
And Game 7, he did.
I'm about to say 3 games later, he took care.
3 games later, he and Scotty and Dennis helped put the game out of reach.
But this is what aggravates me with a lot of these bronzosexuals is like they have this thing in their head.
Oh God.
Where if LeBron doesn't win, it's the ref's fault.
Oh,
well, they didn't call the fouls.
Oh,
well, they should have let him play.
Go to buffer your point, Victor. Go to Game 4 of this year's Western Conference Finals. Last possession.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Every bronze sexual known to man wanted a foul to be called on Jamal Murray, and I'm like, where did he foul?
Right.
Where?
He didn't.
I didn't see a foul.
Where was the foul?
May I use the late great Jim Durham, please?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
LeBron drove to his weak side,
mm-hmm.
and to borrow Jim Durham, the Nuggets did the correct thing and sent a posse after him.
Yeah, as you're supposed to do.
That's what you're supposed to do. Make it difficult for him to and made it difficult for both to put up a shot or to pass out. Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah, they made it difficult for him to pass the ball or to shoot.
But you also have a lot of weak-willed referees who don't stand up to these. Yeah, who don't stand up to these players. And it's not just LeBron. Let's be honest. It's not just LeBron.
No.
It's James Harden.
Any main superstar. Yeah.
It's James Harden. It's Joel Embiid. It's Kyrie Irving.
Dear God.
Don't get me started.
Russell Westbrook.
Don't get me started on James Harden because
Don't get me started on James Harden.
As a Rockets fan, I would see these ridiculous calls when he was a Rocket. I would see these ridiculous calls be made in the regular season, and then when he would want those same calls in the postseason, and will complain and whine when he didn't get it called. I'd be the loudest in the room saying, "That's what you get for trying to act as though you want to draw a foul."
Yeah,
you get having no, and this is he's playing for my team, and this is what I'm saying. You deserve to have that no call, dummy.
I had people when James Harden first started coming into the league. I had people telling me James Harden is the toughest player in the NBA today. And I'm like,
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
They said, who is the toughest player in the NBA?
James Harden was the strongest and toughest because of all the fouls he takes. I'm like, you mean all the fouls he complains for?
He initiates 3/4 of them.
The fouls that he complains for, the fouls that he cries for.
Victor,
real quick with this bronze sexual. Karen, shut up. Take the member out of your mouth and wipe off the joy juice. Get out of my face, you thirsty bitch.
Yeah.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty.
Yes, LeBron, it is you.
All-star.
It's always been you. It always will be you. Your career is a failure, forever and ever. Amen.
And
All-star.
your obsessive fan base, are complete utter failures.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty.
Get the hell out of our faces, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of the Bronsexual Confessions.
I'm saying that James Harden is the toughest player in the NBA today.
Why the you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my gosh, stop lying. Always lying to me. You lying so much. You making it hard for me.
Yeah. I just don't understand.
James Harden. You mean this idiot, this fish-eyed fool of an idiot, said James Harden is the what?
Toughest. The toughest and the strongest, because he's the most physical. He takes all these fouls. I'm like, you mean the ones that he sits there, he gets slightly tapped on the arm and he starts crying?
If he doesn't,
let me repeat Cole's response.
Why the you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my gosh, stop lying. Always lying to me. You lying so much. You making it hard for me. Yeah.
James Harden is softer than Charmin.
As much, Cole, as much as you feel for me about the Moronic Republic, I feel for you about how you had to basically suffer through the Harden years with the Houston Rockets.
And there were
it was terrible,
long years.
It was terrible.
Long years.
Unfulfilled promise. It was horrible.
I mean, 2015 and 2018 were their best chances of winning a chip. And both times they ran into the Splash Brothers.
I knew they weren't going to win in 2015.
15 they were overmatched.
They were overmatched, and they were fortunate enough to get to the conference finals.
They were fortunate. Not only were they fortunate to get to the conference finals, they were fortunate to get one in that series, and they damn near choked that lead away.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I was surprised
I was surprised they weren't swept. They were fortunate enough to get to that part because they actually had a team in the Clippers in the previous round that a 3-1 series lead.
And they'll never be the same.
And in a 19-point third quarter lead in game 6.
I just don't understand.
Craig Ackerman went crazy during that game.
Yes, he did. Yes,
I just don't understand.
Craig Ackerman went nuts.
Maybe you guys can help me. I just don't understand what the modern NBA fan wants out of their basketball. I just don't get it. Maybe y'all can help me because I'm
not trying to. I'm not trying to help.
I think what they want. I'm seriously.
Do we actually have an idea of what they want? Because I sure as hell don't.
I think I do. I think what they want is they want to see an NBA 2K video game come to life. Maybe sprinkle in with a little bit of and one, because it's like they want a video game and street ball to be in these arenas. And I look, street ball has its place, and I love street ball.
Yes.
And video games have its place, and I like video games too. But when it comes to professional basketball, I want to see athletes be as skilled as they possibly can on both sides of the floor. I do not need for them to only know to do 1 or 2 skills and they're elite.
Yeah.
I'd
rather see, instead of so much doggone ISO.
Oh, and that is exactly why I really wanted to vomit every time I saw Harden on the floor.
And that's why Cole loathed James Harden.
He was Mr. ISO. I'm like, oh my god.
It's always ISO. Let me pull some and one moves. I'm a big and one fan. I'm not gonna lie.
I am too. That's what I'm saying. Street ball has its place, and I love and one. Yes.
But
I'm with you, Victor.
But as you said, Cole, street ball has its place.
It does.
But
And
I
it's not
want to
in the
see
NBA.
I want to see team basketball. I want to see fundamental team basketball. The give and go, the pick and roll.
Preach, Victor. Preach.
I want to see actual as a sharing the sugar, as we used to call it.
I love that.
Moving the ball around, find the open man, find the open shot.
The ball on the hop.
And this is what pisses me off about these doggone brownsexuals. They have the nerve to look at someone like Nikola Jokic or a team like the Nuggets, and they look at him. They see he's not athletic. They see his skin is lighter than the ice that you normally see in rinks, and that automatically disqualifies him in being a basketball player worth even talking about. And I'm saying to myself, this guy is encouraging skill.
This guy is encouraging fundamentals.
It's the same thing that happened with the Spurs. It's the same thing happened with the doggone Spurs.
The same thing happened with the Spurs the
same
decade
thing
before.
happened with the Spurs. Absolutely.
They're like, oh, that's boring basketball. It's winning basketball.
Could you say that
And
again,
I don't think
Victor, please?
And I don't think it's
Could you
boring
say
if they're
that again,
one
please?
winning and two they look like they're playing like a team.
Right.
I have something for y'all. I have something for y'all to see because
During the time of the Spurs dynasty, did you ever hear about any type of drama between the players?
No.
None.
No.
None.
They just got beat by a war of attrition.
The closest I came to hearing any type of drama would be maybe when Pop didn't like what Tony Parker did on the court.
Right.
But even then, it's more on the lines of, okay, that's a coach making sure that his player is on task.
Yes.
Outside of that,
That's all it is.
nothing. And that was fair. I can handle that. Nothing.
I have something for y'all to see before we close up shop here.
Next, exclusively from
Anybody remember this? This is courtesy of CBS Sports, the Lakers and the Pistons. How's this?
1988 Game 7. Of the NBA Finals / World Championship Series.
And this is what me and Snowman were talking about too, about themes that were iconic. You just heard them and you just knew. You don't have
Listen
that
to
anymore.
the tone of Brent Musburger.
But it wasn't enough. The Lakers escaped with a victory, forcing tonight's dramatic seventh-game showdown.
Those scripts, man. Ooh, those scripts.
This has been a series of startling contrasts, from the friendships off the court to the fierce hostility on it. We've witnessed the youthful exuberance of the challengers and the poise of the champions. There's been hardship and pain, but not enough to overcome sheer guts and determination. These teams have battled to a standstill, and tonight their destiny will be determined. It's just a question of who can endure this final hurdle.
Speak that truth, Brent.
The Lakers hope to repeat history tonight. While
Wow,
the
the
Pistons hope to
Pistons,
make some. A championship is at stake, and
And only one team's prayers will be answered. The Lakers hope to repeat history tonight.
And
While the
Kareem has
Pistons
had-
hope. Listen, I love the end of that. The Lakers hope to repeat history tonight, while the Pistons hope to make some.
Kareem had this innate ability to make everybody just look small.
Yeah, he did.
At 7'2" and 233, yeah.
And here's the scary part. That's at the tail end of his career. Imagine how much of a boss he was when he was in his prime.
Imagine how much of a boss he was just with Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Because remember, he brought the Bucks to a championship in 1974.
71. No, 71. He brought them to the finals in 74, but they lost to the Celtics. Yeah.
Okay. I thought, okay. Oh, you know who was underrated for covering the NBA on CBS? Pat Summerall.
Yeah.
I totally forgot he did NBA coverage.
Pat Summerall voiced the NBA.
I should not have been surprised.
Yeah, shouldn't have been surprised. All right, we got to get out of here. Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you,
then they're simply not big enough.
Dream big, do bigger, and may all your prayers be answered. We're out of here. See you tomorrow.
And ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for Vicola.
Thank you, gentlemen.
LeBron James, the most clutch player of all time.
She.